Back with PGA President Emeritus Hawk Koch, the new President Emeritus. How have you been enjoying your last, 20 hours of being President Emeritus?
It's very nice not to have the responsibility after all these years.
I have to say, you look younger. You look like there's a weight off your shoulders even
Yes.
now.
Yeah.
So, looking back on you've had 4 years now as president, maybe the four most historic years the Guild has had, maybe since it's been founded. Looking back on it, what do you think? It seems like you guys did what you came to do.
Well, I'm probably more proud of what we've accomplished in these 4 years at the PGA than probably anything in my career. I think the producer's mark is changing the culture, and everybody said we couldn't get it done, and we did. And everybody wants the producer's mark because it says exactly what it is. It's the good seal, housekeeping seal of approval. It's, in fact, yes, you produced the movie. And there may be other people who negotiated a producer credit, but they weren't the real producer. And we have a set of criteria so that the people who don't know what a producer does, they can go to our website, producersguild.org, and look up the code of credits and see, all those things a producer does? I see. And also the fact that in the 4 years that we were there, the Producers Guild has doubled in size. And we've been more successful, and I think there's more respect for the producer than there has been in many years. So I'm pretty proud of what we did, and now I'm an ordinary citizen.
Well, you got a lot to be proud of, for sure. And when you talk, we've gotten what we wish for, and now, speaking as the Guild, now it's on us to make sure this thing has teeth and make sure that this thing sticks around and that it continues to be something people want, and that it's not easy to get. It shouldn't be easy to get.
It isn't easy to get. You have to earn. When it says cinematography by Caleb Deschanel, he doesn't want cinematography by Caleb Deschanel and Chris Green just because you negotiated a credit.
Caleb, he never listens to me, Caleb. So speaking of the mark, we have Make Your Mark. This is our competition we're running with Cadillac. A really exciting, one of the most exciting contests we've ever had. I wonder if you could just talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, well, Make Your Mark, I think in about 2 weeks, all the people who have signed up, and I think you still have time to sign up.
Till June 25th.
Till June 25th. You will be given a theme, and you have, I think it's something like 51 hours to write it, cast it, shoot it, edit it, finish it, and turn it in to the Guild. And we have a huge group of terrific volunteers who are going to look at all of these movies and cull it down to 10. And then those 10 films will be looked at by what I'll be calling a blue ribbon jury of Michael Douglas, Danny DeVito, Kathy Bates, our new presidents, Lori McCreary, Gary Lucchese, myself, and I'm sure I'm leaving somebody out.
It's Chris Moore as a judge.
Chris Moore, sorry, yeah. Chris Moore also, yes, is going to be watching those, and those 10 will be brought down to 3. Those 3 will be each given $30,000 to go out and make a new video, and the theme will be given to them. I don't know how long they have, but once those 3 are done, that same blue ribbon jury will see those 3 and make a decision on the winner, and that winner's a portion of that winner's show, and that winner will be on the Oscars this coming 2015 in part of the one of the Cadillac pods. Oh. So it's a fantastic opportunity for some young or not so young,
That's right.
Experienced producer to make their mark.
Right. PGA can put you as part of the Oscar night. That's a great thing to be able to say. So we're now in the 6th conference here. I know you have your session. You're going to be talking to Francis shortly. We could talk a little bit about the conference and the excitement of being here on Warner Brothers for the first time, and the excitement you have talking to Francis, because I know we've talked about it before this, and I know this is a big deal for you. Well,
it is for me. It kind of, there's a circle. The first movie I ever worked on, This Property is Condemned, in 1965. Guess who wrote the screenplay? Francis Ford Coppola. And then in 1985, 86, I was running a company called Raystar, and we produced a movie called Peggy Sue Got Married, and guess who the director was? Francis Coppola. And then last year was the first year the Academy did what we call nominees dinners, where we have icons of each branch meets with the nominees of that branch and the governors of that branch for a private dinner on Oscar week. And guess who was one of the icons that first year? Francis Coppola. So it is exciting, and it's exciting always to meet and get to spend time with one of the greatest artists of moviedom. You know, there aren't that many, and Francis is one of them.
Right. And in terms of the conference, being here, this is, I think, the biggest our conference has ever been. It's the first time at Warner Brothers. We've got we're coming to the conclusion of an incredible program of stuff, and you've been here for the whole thing. Talk about the perspective of the conference over the years.
Well, I mean, again, we rolled the dice 6 years ago, and is anybody going to come? And they did come, and people were excited, and the speakers were excited, and the moderators were excited, and then all right, let's try it a second year, and it really started to take off, and now ours is the preeminent conference for learning how to produce and talking about all the important, significant issues that are going on in our industry today, whether it be television, whether it be cable executives talking about Netflix and Google, whether it would be David Fincher as a director as opposed to what Seth Rogen thinks of a producer. So I mean, it's grown into what it should be, the preeminent conference in the movie industry once a year in June. So anybody who's watching this, they ought to come up here next year, because each year it gets bigger and better.
You hear that? All 10 of you. All 10 of you. We want to see you next year. All right. Okay, so Hawk, thank you so much. Congratulations on your term. It's really been an historic one for the Guild. It's been a privilege for me to have been on the sidelines.
You've had my back all the time.
Thanks, buddy. Okay.